For homes that have already been built, we generally recommend starting with the attic or the ceiling insulation first because it's less money to do and you get bigger return on your financial investment. You tend to get the most heat loss and heat gain through the ceiling and the attic assembly. If that's already been taken care of, or if the ceiling or attic is inaccessible, this would be something like vaulted ceilings, or if you have a true open beam ceiling where there is no attic space, there is no place to install insulation, then you're definitely going to want to focus on those exterior walls. For exterior walls, we like to use the drill and fill method, and what that entails is drilling holes in the wall and blowing insulation into the wall. And we like to use that method because it avoids tearing down the walls and it offers much better insulation than fiberglass batting. And the reason it's better is mainly because of the coverage. Because when you blow it in, it gets into all of the spaces in the wall. It wraps around the electrical wires, it wraps around the plumbing pipes, and it fills irregularly shaped cavities inside the wall perfectly, as opposed to fiberglass batting, which generally doesn't. On any given house, just with the framing alone, and this is not even homes that have been remodeled, which have even more, but on any given home, on average, about 40% of the framing is non-standard. So that means that 40% of the insulation has to be cut to fit custom. And with fiberglass batting, on the typical house, on the typical install, you get about 60 to maybe 70% of the R value listed on the bag. With a blown-in system, you get 100% of the R value, or very, very close to it. And when you use a material like cellulose, which is generally what we like to use on exterior walls, you also get a very high air sealing factor. Air sealing refers to the air tightness, and with cellulose, because it's such a dense material, and when you use this dense pack application, this method of install that we like to use, you get up to 95% air sealing, which is very comparable with a material like spray foam, which gets 98%. So it's a very effective system. We like to use the drill and fill method because it offers a flexible installation. It can be done either from the inside of the house or the outside. There are some who like to do it from the outside because it's a little more convenient. You don't really have to take much down on the inside of the house. Maybe you might have to take down some pictures or a mirror if it's hanging on the wall to make sure it doesn't get shaken loose. But you don't have to do much on the inside of the house, and kind of your day-to-day life wouldn't be disrupted. If you're going to be doing the stucco anyway, or patching it or painting from the exterior, that would be an ideal time to do it from the outside. There are some who choose to do it from the inside. The benefit of doing it from the inside, although it is more inconvenient, it generates quite a bit of dust, which we can manage and contain. We've developed systems over the years on how to contain and manage the dust. But doing it from the inside, some prefer to do it that way because it has 0% chance of a waterproofing issue down the line. If you're talking about a house that was built, decades and decades ago, oftentimes, you're drilling holes to the vapor barrier, which is behind the stucco or the siding, and it can have a possibility of long-term water intrusion. So we always inform our customers of these options before we submit a proposal. It might make sense to go from the inside for certain customers, and it might make sense to go from the exterior for others. There is a federal tax credit available for this until 2032. If you're interested, just check out our website. We have a great blog post on it, or feel free to give us a call for more information. The best time to insulate is for the exterior walls is generally going to be any time that you're planning on painting, or if you're looking for an excuse to paint the walls. That would be the best time to do it because it is necessary to paint the walls after it's done. So if you're planning on painting the interior walls at any time in the near future, it would be a great time, and we strongly recommend you consider looking at doing the exterior wall insulation at that time, or the exterior for that matter. For this application, we like to use cellulose insulation. There's a number of reasons why we like to use it. The bottom line is that it offers better results at a lower price point. Cellulose insulation gets you more R value in the same space than fiberglass. It has a higher air sealing factor, which contributes to the overall performance, as well as soundproofing. It has better sound dampening and soundproofing properties. It's less expensive than fiberglass insulation because it's 80% recycled newsprint and 20% boric acid. So because of the high recycled newsprint content, it is the only insulation material that I'm aware of at this time in the world that has a negative carbon footprint. When you factor in everything, including the manufacturing process and everything. So it's better for the environment. It has better soundproofing properties because of the boric acid in it. It is also insect resistant. Termite resistant bugs just don't like it. And the boric acid is also a fire suppressant. So it actually has better fireproofing properties than fiberglass. Fiberglass is, inherently non-combustible. It won't catch on fire up to 1,000 degrees, but it won't really resist the fire much either. Cellulose will. So for these reasons, we like to use cellulose in this application, generally speaking. If you'd like some more information, check out our blog in the description below, and please, give us a thumbs up and a like on this video if you appreciate it. And check out our website for more information. If you'd like to get an estimate or just more info on this topic, feel free to give a call as well. Thank you.